Thank you very much. That's right, I have Odoamne with me, and I am going to ask, Odo, how did the game feel from your perspective? Because from our view, Rogue were significantly ahead throughout the entirety of the game, but there were a few chaotic moments and crazy fights, so were you nervous at all?
Not really. I felt like from the draft that we had all the tools to win, and going into the game, I think the early game went pretty clean outside of a little bot lane incident. But I don't know. I think at some point I said that I can carry this game and I will 1v9 this game because I was starting to get really ahead and we had good control and vision over the enemy jungler, and I felt like I had a lot of power and leverage in this game. And I don't know, Larsen played really well as well. So I don't know, I think after we got Herald, I felt like this game was in the bag, because I think we killed mid at one point, and then I pressed tab and I see that my Lissandra's 50 CS ahead, and I knew the game was kind of in the bag. So I wasn't really nervous at all after the Herald, after we got the Herald.
I mean, when we were looking at the gold lead ballooning as well as the objectives, the dragons, it was very obviously Rogue favored. You guys are now sitting 7-2 in the standings, and I want to talk a little bit about what is it that makes Rogue so consistent, so stable. We see a lot of other teams dropping games in surprise fashion, but Odo, you and the boys consistently being at the top of the table.
I think it's the same thing that people criticize us for, that, we're solid, we're kind of boring at the same time, that, I know, we're not really doing anything special and stuff like that, and I feel like that's kind of, a decent step, or like a good stepping stone for us, or a good, foundation block to, consistently perform. The fact that we're not really winning in playoffs is a completely different story, but I don't know. I feel like the way we do things is just something that we can build, and now it's time to adapt in playoffs. It's try number 3 to adapt in playoffs if we make it, because
listen, the odds are in your favor. Come on, 7-2 after the first round robin. Let's remove Rogue from the talking point. What specific factors will help teams be consistent? Because it's something that we're seeing a lot of European squads struggling with.
I feel like there is not a lot of teams who are kind of, building habits. I feel like a lot of teams are just relying on creativity, when you have, for example, G2 has, insanely talented players, and they rely on creativity a lot, especially in Cavs. They kind of have this X factor in mid lane that kind of helps them a lot, So there are teams like that rely on that, and there's also teams that try to be creative, but they don't really have the star power to do it, I don't know. I feel like teams don't really want to be boring, and they don't want to, play smart and boring League of Legends and, just play clean. I don't know. I don't know how other teams operate and how they do, reviews of scrims and stuff like that. But from my experience in the past, there were instances, even in Rogue ourselves, we had instances where we were like, yeah, guys, we wanna be creative. We don't want to be this, team that always plays the same. We
Odo, I love that, because basically each team needs to be a little bit self-aware, a little bit self-reflective, and then play to your strengths and cover your weaknesses. Listen, I don't have a huge amount of time, but I do have one last question for you. I've asked several players throughout the course of the day. We're wrapping up the first round robin, and I want to know now a prediction from you. Which 4 teams will not make playoffs?
Oh, man. Actually, I don't really know the standings, how it looks like at the bottom of the table.
I don't know. At production, could we put the standings back up? We'll see if we can. We'll see if they can pull that one back up for you. What I can say, Team BDS is an instant easy one. So there's one of your 4. What are the other 3?
Oh man, it's hard. I mean, BDS, I think they're not going to make it. SK is a bit on resurgence right now, but it's hard. I don't see them being,
Listen to me, man. I said I don't have a lot of time. Give me 3 team names. Three team names, and then we can go.
SK, Astralis, and Misfits.
Well, there we go. That's the bottom 4. We'll see if your prediction comes true. Odo, congratulations on a fantastic weekend. We're going to head to an ad break, and when we come back, Misfits will be taking on G2.